Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Next Looks, I'm Thea.
And I'm Noor, and guess what? Today we are showing you guys not how I did Thea's face. We didn't film that. I did that before the video. How I did my face. This is my everyday go-to makeup look because I use tinted moisturizer to this look. No foundation, no. Tinted moisturizer is giving me this beat. Like, can y'all believe that? So with like summer coming around the corner and everything, I just love tinted moisturizer as like a go-to. It just feels so much lighter on the face. It has SPF in it usually. So I've been doing a lot of like my go-to look with the tinted moisturizer, and some people had asked me about it on Instagram. So I was like, let me give y'all a tutorial on how you can still have a snatched face with little face products.
So I'm just kind of sitting there, the model. You know, I'm just here for the vibes.
She's just hanging out.
Just for the vibes.
Actually, Thea learned a lot from this video, so she is just taking notes this video.
I learned by watching and by doing. So this time I watch, maybe next time I'll do.
Let us know if y'all want to see
want to see me recreate this. Anyways, where was I? So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe before this video, and we are going to get right into it.
Y'all, so this is my face. Surprise, surprise. I already have my eyes done because we're focusing more on my base, so there was no reason to do my eyes on camera. You feel me? And it's nothing special. I literally just did a wing liner, put some lashes on. I usually put concealer on my eyelids. I didn't today because I saw this TikTok and this girl was like, when people ask like what eyeshadow you're wearing and it's your hyperpigmentation. I used to cover up my hyperpigmentation so much. I thought it was so ugly that I had like colored eyelids. And then I was like, wait, girl, that's kind of smart. So now I'm trying to get out. We'll see how it looks at the end. So I'm priming right now. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer. I don't usually use this one, to be honest. I use this other primer, but I'm kind of running out. But I usually like to start with some sort of like moisturizing, hydrating primer because I have dry skin. And then for like actual priming to make sure my makeup sticks, I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This shit's the bomb. If you see me keep looking like this way, it's because my mirror's over here. I have really sensitive skin, so as you can see, as soon as I touch it, it turns red. Whatever, it'll be fine. So for tinted moisturizer, I'm using the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Color Correcting Full Coverage Natural Finish, whatever. Both are really good. It's just this has too gray of an undertone for me in the specific color, and the shade I use is neutral medium, and then this is a little too dark, so I like to mix them. And the thing with tinted moisturizer is you're never gonna have the perfect color unless you're like 1 in a million and you're really lucky, because they only make like 10-15 shades. So you're gonna mix, and if it's not your perfect shade, whatever, who cares, because you're gonna highlight, contour, and then everything's gonna look fine in the end. So I just put some all over, gonna blend it. It's gonna look crazy.
I feel like they're getting like a behind the scenes.
This is the real me. This is how I do my makeup. The way I do my own makeup compared to the way I do other people's makeup is like two different people. Like for other people, I'm like, okay, I have to be perfect. For me, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. However,
she was doing my makeup earlier and she laughed at me. She said, "You look so crazy." And I was like,
damn. I laughed. I was like, isn't that what everyone wants to hear from their makeup artist? Like, as they're getting their makeup done, like, ha ha ha, you look crazy. And then I just walked away. But it's because that, like, when you have only foundation and concealer on, everyone looks crazy. And I think it's so funny. Like, I'll laugh at myself, too. You want to make sure you get under the chin because you know you want the color to be right. See, like, this ain't my color, but it looks like it could be my color. So now I'm just going to take the back of my beauty blender and try to absorb all that extra product because I put way too much on. I always do that when I'm mixing products.
Noor turned me into a girl today. My makeup.
Doesn't she look so girly?
Where we been at the whole month of May?
We've been in the streets. We've been
outside. It was my birthday, so
she's been extra outside. So next, I'm going to be using this concealer. This is my Holy Grail concealer. It is the Juvia's Place I Magic concealer in the shade 19. So since this is my like everyday look, I don't go too crazy. I literally just do a line in the inner corners. I know y'all have seen that trend where everyone does it like up to their hairline and stuff. We don't need all that. And then down the bridge of my nose lightly, on my cupid's bow and on my chin. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that right out. So notice how I push the product in right where it is before I start dragging it out, because I want it to be brightest in my inner corner. Look at this under eye, and it's not even done blending. Okay, so I'm gonna blend out my chin, try to keep it real central. And as you can see, that's not fully blended, and I just push it in right where it is because I don't want the product to move around. See how crazy I look? This is how she was looking, and I told her she looks crazy. Now with the brush that I used earlier to apply my tinted moisturizer, I'm just blending out the edges around where I put the concealer so that everything looks nice and flawless. I go over my whole nose and then around concealer as well. So for bronze, contour, whatever, I use the Fenty Beauty matchsticks and I use the shade Mocha, and I just take it right over where my cheekbone is. As you can see, I place it really high. My forehead, I do like a little U. Now I use this buffing brush. It's kind of, as you can see, it's kind of like flat right here, but it's like a dome shape. I just blend right over it and drag it forward towards the middle of my face. So see how it gives that like really faint with the cheekbones. And then I do my forehead. I just push it back into my hairline. And I bring it down. I love like bringing my forehead contour in on these sides right here. I just think it's so pretty. And I just make sure everything's blended. I'm gonna just take my beauty blender and then blend out under my eyes again because the concealer has been sitting and we don't want any creases. Okay, now for blush. Should I go pink like you? Okay.
She's gonna match.
For blush, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm Beauty Light Wand, and this is like a liquid blush. I usually use the shade Peachgasm, but today I'm gonna use Pinkgasm because my mom just gave me this and I was so happy. I was like, this is my favorite blush. Oh, this is pink. And I'm gonna just take it, I'm gonna smile and then put it on my the apples of my cheeks and kind of bring it up. So like,
her petty smile.
That's what I tell all my clients. I'm like, give me like a petty smile. Because then if I tell them to smile, they're like, and I'm like, no, don't do all that. I'm just gonna blend it out by lightly tapping it and bringing it up. Oh my God, this is so pink.
Okay.
I'm turning into a girl today too.
Period.
It was so funny.
We still got our boy fits on though.
Yeah. Should we wear girly fits? That's like doing too much.
You hear me sigh, literally?
You sounded scared.
I just have to like ease myself into these things. Like, remember when you first put makeup on me, I was like, whoa.
You're so scared.
Now I'm here, you know what I mean? Looking like a full
You
girl.
look so girly. It's because people have been talking about like the Kylie Jenner blush trend a lot, and I was like, let me try that on you. So I just did it without even telling her. I told her like after.
She's like, I made you look like Kylie Jenner.
So the key to this look is just keep blending. Well, the key to just anything with me is just keep blending. And you just want everything to be kind of seamless too. So like, see how I'm just blending over everything and now they're coming together a little more, you know? So for powder, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty powder in the shade Banana, and I'm just taking some onto a sponge. I have a like separate sponge that I use for powder, and I'm just pressing that right under my eyes, again starting at the inner corner and dragging it out. Do y'all see the difference in my under eyes? That's Fenty. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. I'm gonna take some around my nose because sometimes it gets hot and I get sweaty.
Me as fuck.
And then on my forehead so it's not too shiny, and then on my chin. So basically wherever I highlighted, I'm kind of just putting powder over it. It is very possible to put powder on and still look dewy. You know, I used to be so anti-powder because I'm like, oh my God, I want to look dewy, I don't want to look matte. You can do it. Y'all thought I was done with the powder? No. So I'm gonna use the Makeup Revolution translucent powder, and this is my key to getting that pretty bright under eye. Like, it is so cute. I take this little Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M448, and I just take some and put it right in the inner corner. See how I'm just pressing it right there? And then I start to blend out. But I mostly pressed all of the product right in that corner. And as you can see, this side already looks a little bit brighter. It's nothing crazy, like it doesn't look like white or anything, but my under eyes look brighter right here than right there. I take a little bit because I like the middle of my forehead to be bright too. So right there, nothing crazy, you know. So I realized I'm a dummy and I forgot to contour my nose. So I'm gonna contour it right now. Don't do this. I highly, highly don't recommend contouring after you put powder on. So I'm just gonna go down. I don't really have a nose contour technique, to be honest. I just go down the side of my nose until I think it looks cute. And I use very little product. I drag whatever's left on my brush up to like my eyebrows kinda. I just kind of pat it so it diffuses. And I draw a little line right there so it gives you like the cute like button nose. Oh, by the way, this brush that I'm using is the Morphe E47. It's like a flat angled brush. So as you can see, it's a little contoured, but it's not blended. So again, same thing. I'm just gonna kind of pat it in, and then I'm going to take same thing, that foundation brush, and just kind of press over it. I'll kind of diffuse everything out, and I have a really subtle nose contour. My eyelids are kind of sweaty, so I'm just gonna take whatever's left on that powder brush and go like this so they're not as shiny. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation powder in the shade Pecan. I like using this because this is supposed to be my everyday go-to, not really natural look, honestly. I do always do a full beat, but it's like, it's a good everyday look. You know, it's not too out in your face, too glam. So I feel like this keeps it really subtle because it's a foundation powder. So I take some on my Fenty Beauty bronzer brush. This is the brush 195. And I just place it right next to my hairline, right over where I cream bronzed. And I like to keep it high because it lifts your cheekbones more. And I use patting motions because I feel like that places the product on best. Like, see how it just looks very naturally snatched? And that's why I also don't bake under my contour, because I don't want it to look like too sharp. I'm just going over my head contour as well. For blush, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Gen Nude blush in the shade Let's Go Nude. I swear by this blush. The funny thing is I got this blush for free and I didn't want it for free. Because I used to be one of those girls that was like, I will never wear blush. That blush is so ugly. I didn't realize, I saw the wrong people. I'm not even gonna tell y'all. If you know what type of people I was thinking of. No, I don't want that. So I would never wear blush, and now I am a blush lover. So see how it just kind of brought everything together. So for highlight, I will be using the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlight in Hustla Baby, and Hustla Baby is the brighter shade right here. So first I take my baby fan brush and I do my nose. So I go right over the tip, and then I blend it out to the sides a little bit. So even if you're looking at me from the side, you're gonna know that my nose is glowing. Period. And then I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. So I start right where your nose kind of curves. Forget what that's called. Is this your nasion? It might be your acanthion. That's where I start. But this whole thing is the bridge of your nose. So what is this right here where it dents in?
The upper bridge. Like, I have no idea.
It is your nasion. So I start on my nasion right here. If you didn't know, now you know. That's called your nasion. I only know that because medical terminology.
I was gonna say, I was like, is that a real thing or like a medical, like if you know?
That's 100% a medical thing,
okay.
But I don't think it has a normal name. And I just kind of pat over it with my finger so it diffuses in. Depending on how extra I am, I add more. And now I'm just going to switch to a large fan brush and do my cheekbones. Look how Fenty Beauty delivers. And then with the mini fan brush, I'm just gonna take a little bit and do my Cupid's bow. So I go right over the top of my lips and then down the lines of your Cupid's bow. So I think this is called your acanthion. So nasion, acanthion, in case you wanted to know. In case you're gonna go to medical school and you wanna have a step ahead. Now you know.
Or you just wanna flex.
If you want to flex, tell your parents that you did go to medical school and that's what you learned. So now I'm going to spray my face with the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. Warning, I spray a lot. Don't judge me. Alright, so I just went ahead and put a little lip on, and then my final thing that I do is use this Ofra Cosmetics Makeup Fixer as a setting spray. So the Morphe one, I feel like is more a face mist, which kind of just blends everything together and just makes the powders not look powdery. Everything just melts into your face and it looks snatched. To actually set my face, I use this Ofra spray because I swear by it. I got my face really wet because that's how, like I said, I like to spray a lot. But this shit is so good. Like, I went to go see SZA in 2017, and it was the first time I was testing this out. And it was a general admission concert, and everyone was pushing, trying to get close to SZA, and it was stinky and musty and gross. And I came out and my makeup was still snatched.
And it smells good.
It smells really good. The Morphe one smells good too. So I recommend those two sprays. So this is the finished look. Don't mind me still looking like a boy.
We haven't changed yet.
We don't know what we're gonna do today, so we don't know what to wear. So
Gotta give it some time.
Just look at the face. That's all that matters.
Look at how she did that.
See how snatched it is with, like, this is tinted moisturizer, sweetie. It's not even foundation.
Not sweetie.
It's tinted moisturizer. Can you believe it? Because I can't. Homegirl snatched. Anyways, we're still figuring out. The hyperpigmentation could be a look. I'll let y'all know in the next video if I start wearing my hyperpigmentation out, if it's the latest trend of 2021.
This is the final look. We finally gave you her routine. I know you were tired of seeing her doing my face.
One of many routines, honestly.
Oh,
This is
so more to come. She looked at me. She said one of many. So if you want to see more of Noor,
this is the tinted moisturizer routine.
Doing stuff, comment below. We could give you more
Let
of that.
us know. Also, let us know what y'all think of us looking girly. Like,
if you want to see more of that, we could try that.
Do you want more pink blush, pink lips?
Do you want more pink blush? They're like, no, please, get away with all that. And then make sure you guys, of course, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Get this video out there.
Period. Anyways, we're gonna shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.